7:11 now. When it comes to PR and social media, do you know the do's and don'ts of posting and what may be hurting your press relationships? Here to take us through this and share some tips is social media expert Kris Ruby. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So this is kind of a whole new area as far as Facebook and social media out there, and it kind of goes hand in hand with TV coverage. And really, there's a lot of stuff that you can do that will help and a lot of stuff that you can do that will hurt. Is that basically what you're saying?
Yes, absolutely. You have to be very careful what you're posting, and you have to keep in mind that the editor doesn't want their story scooped, essentially.
Right, very true.
If they interview you.
Very true. So if we go out, if a reporter goes out and does a story and you're part of that story, it can be really exciting. You want to let everybody know that you just got, interviewed. But do you think people should post, coming up at 5 o'clock, I'll be on the news, or this is what they're doing?
You can post that the day of or right before, but I would not recommend posting that a few weeks before unless the station or reporter has specifically given you permission to do that.
Right. Yeah. Well, I can tell you personally, as a reporter, we don't want that information out there because what we're doing sort of changes, really, honestly, minute to minute. I mean, it's that fluid. So unless and until we have the okay and the, because we may be changing it based on our needs, so if somebody puts it out there, that can be trouble for us.
Absolutely.
So, and then you're less likely to go back to that source.
You will not go back to that source, so you're less likely to get quoted. And you also have to be careful with your posting etiquette. For example, you don't want to pitch a story on someone's wall. A lot of people do this to editors and reporters, and they don't appreciate it. It's the quickest way to get blocked and never be used again.
Yeah, that's true. That's interesting. So what are sort of tips for people who do want to have a good working relationship with the press?
If you do want to have a good working relationship with the press, respect them, direct message them, don't put something on their wall, don't be spammy. You also want to ask them. If they ask you to crowdsource something, make sure you get their permission first before doing it. And also anything you use, get their permission before using it on any social media sites, including your blog, including Twitter, including Facebook.
Well, and I think that, the media tries to give outlets. We do want input from people, and we do want social media, obviously, input. Yes. But as far as posting a story or asking, for a story, we do have places that we sort of guide people to do that.
Yes.
So you're saying like the spamming, basically, when you put something on a wall, that's not where, we kind of want it to go to the direct person who decides on who to do the stories.
Yes.
So, look, I think, go, if you want to say go to Channel 8 and you want something on there, go to our website, find out where we,
want it.
Right, like the report it section, we ask for people's pictures and stuff and other things, like that. So that's, I think, the first out of the gate, you want to do it the way that we're asking.
Do it the way they're asking, and don't try and hack into their personal Facebook, their personal Twitter. Go to the ones that they're directing people to. That's a big mistake, and a lot of editors that I know don't appreciate it.
Do you find that your clients, people you deal with who are kind of new to the PR thing, because, of course, I come from the other side of it, but people who are trying to work with the media, they just think, just get the message out there, just get it any way that you can.
A lot of people, yes, especially with the new media today, they're very excited if they get quoted. Who wouldn't be?
Right.
So if a reporter calls them up, they want to tell everyone about it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's the quickest way to not get used by the reporter.
I think people think, too, any press is good press. So they want to just kind of flood everything, Twitter and Facebook, and let everybody know. And you have to kind of explain to people that isn't always the best approach.
I do have to explain that to people because it's not the best approach, and it's not good for your long-term press relationships. Sure. It's good for short-term if you never want to be used again.
Yeah. Do you think that people understand that the timing is very sort of sensitive?
No. I don't think people understand that because they don't see it from the editor's perspective.
Right.
I'm a columnist, but I'm also a publicist, so I see it from both sides.
Yep. Okay. Well, very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Kris. That's very, in today's day, with all the, everything that's out there, it can be really hard to sort of navigate.
Yes.
In between there. So, okay.
We need to help people through it.
Thank you so much, Kris Ruby. So, if you want more information on that, obviously you can go to our website, WTNH.com, click on the Good Morning Connecticut Weekend section, and we will link you over to Kris and all of her good suggestions. So, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.